Cassiopeia alive, puts out such high consistent damage. This is another one that can be tough for Cass because of the long range.
Right.
Really can outrange your opponent and bully them out in that way. That said, there are certainly ways to deal with it. And if Bjergsen gets caught, there's a lot of CC he may want to run Cleanse here against Elise, Thresh, and Cassio. If you get hit by those stuns, you can very quickly go down as an Azir.
So what are we looking at from Dignitas here? What will Chaser need to do to kind of disrupt Svenskeren? We say he may not need to go to Someday. He may not need to go to the bot lane. What can his focus be here in the early game?
I mean, I think you can get very aggressive, and they have actually drafted for a good top lane diving type composition. They may be going right back to that. That said, Thresh has some of the best gank assists in the game. True. So you can go bot lane, you can go top lane. The Renekton Elise dive is incredibly powerful at level 3. It's incredibly powerful at level 6. It's very, very strong, so Haunter's going to have to play around this. I would say that it's Someday's job to shove in his opponent. It's Xpecial's job to kind of posture and be aggressive so that the bot lane can't be pushing in there, and give Chaser the ability to roam around the map and choose what's best for him, whether it's counter jungling or ganking. His lanes need to do well early.
All right, well, we'll see if the lanes can free up Chaser to do things around the map. Hashtag Digwin, hashtag TSM win. A 9-2 TSM feeling very great in the standings. Dig at 4-7 right now. Very close to Echo Fox with that record, and towards the bottom with Envy and Liquid. So they really need to make a move here in the second half of the split. Things need to start happening. A tough week here as they have to go against TSM now. And we'll see how they fare as we are about to be on the Rift.
And they were able to deny some of the wave. So even though it didn't work out, there are still some advantages there. Trading after a TP is actually extremely important. Someday is moving kind of far up. He's trying to clear out the minions so they will fight with him.
Ooh.
Very smart by Someday.
There's Spirit's Refuge, gets it back. That's what saved his life the first time, but Haunter was pulling down to stay out of that minion wave, and then Someday found the fight he wanted.
Well, Sven has been spotted. Chaser's just walking past him, though.
Good bit of action here in the early game. The repel's in. Is that the pull for Svenskeren? They might have got him on the bait, and it is going to be Keen sinking Fangs in. Remember, this was an exhaust blow now by Bjergsen. There's the flash, and Keen has had control of the mid lane now, just about the entire time.
There is that early advantage from the Elise. Someday is pushing, as we said he needed to do. That gives them control of the top side, and they pull off the play, get first blood, and Bjergsen summoners.
Now that we have maybe an action in the break, hang on, going for Haunter. The fight's there, Spirit's Refuge to save him. He's going back for the fight. The second repel to save Chaser's life within the last minute. And Haunter stays alive once again.
Even just that play, though, Someday's going in.
Flash forward, slice the dice. He doesn't get the W on, and there's no stun to call for Someday. What an intense early game. Dig looks excited. I think we have a second. Let's break back to Kobe. He was able to connect with Cop after picks and bans for Dig.
Someday needs to be careful.
Thanks, Riv. I did just catch up with Cop. Sounds like you guys are having some action, though. All right, Cop said he was very disappointed with his own drafting yesterday, and he chalked it up a lot to their misleading scrim success that they had, and so they kind of viewed the game in a little bit of a warped way. He feels like it's been a bit corrected now. Today, he was actually very happy with their draft. Targeting Bjergsen was definitely their main priority. He thought TSM very clearly play around mid and jungle invades a lot, and so that played out well for them. Plus the AD carry, rise in priority on Ezreal. I asked him a little bit about that, and it's just about the mid-game power spikes there and scaling for him.
Look at the respect.
Completely pushed off, yeah.
Yeah, because they don't know where Bjergsen is, and they know that Rengar was bot side. They were very afraid of the dive. They're a little less afraid now that Bjergsen is shown, but they still think that Rengar is on that bot side, and they may just end up giving up the turret.
The true shot barrage is out so they can get the wave clear.
That turret is low. They got to finish the
Turtle's going to fight for the turret easy. There comes the submarine on Svenskeren. They're going to be in. Lot goes very low and then goes down.
It's also key for TSM that their first Rengar ultimate, first Stand United, did pay off. That's something you want to get rolling, but Monster could be in trouble here.
There it is. Put a few more people on him. He won't be able to get out if he can't use his abilities. Lot falling behind as well. We have to keep track that spike's going to hit with the rest of the team. Only has about 100 or so gold on him right now, so building back up right to the face of Chaser. Has the ability to repel out. There's the TP coming in from Someday. This is what they wanted, the return fight. Exactly where Cassiopeia shines.
Rengar's looking for Chaser. We'll see if he actually wants to commit.
Ooh, Special stays out, plays it, boxes him in, locks him up. Can they give him the death sentence now? He goes on to Lod for the help. but he can't get the range, he can't get the kill, and the rest of Dignitas
somebody's on Turtle!
now looking for another fight. A beautiful W on the
down,
Turtle.
Riv.
Cole and connection here. The slice and dice forward from Someday to keep him in range, to keep the team and the cavalry fighting. Great job by Dignitas.
But look at this, once again, someone must answer Hanser. So now Dignitas is being forced. They either force the Baron and make Hanser come in, or they just give up a bottom tier 2 for free. And at this point in the game, you really cannot do that. So they're straight onto the Baron. TSM must react, but Rengar ultimate is up. Shen ultimate is there. They're going to go for the 50-50, it looks like.
There's the teleport in. It does go over to Chaser. That's going to be the teleport in.
Someday
Chaser
zoning
goes down
outside.
immediately. Someday in a 2v1. Svenskeren gets hit up. He's getting the fangs and he goes down. Bjergsen gets into the fight and he can't even take down Someday right now, which means the fight can continue in favor of Dignitas. Special, no flash hook coming forward. They still have Emperor's Divide and a bit of disengage here on TSM, so Dignitas once again take the advantage they have and start pushing them.
That was very risky from Dignitas. If they miss the smite, it's a disaster. They hit it though, and it can pay off big time. Big risks sometimes pay off in big rewards. And then kind of felt like they fall off a cliff a little bit. Haunter maybe getting caught out here. We'll see if they have the damage to actually take him down. Both teams are collapsing. This could be good for TSM. Dignitas is split very heavily.
Taunt in. Haunter gets it special. They take him down. And they did seem to bite off more than they could chew on that.
It's still a bit of a trade-off that I'm not completely sold on, because Lucidity Boots not only give you the CDR to use extra abilities, but they give you Summoner Spell cooldown reduction.
Right.
And how much is the extra flash and heal worth? You know, having that up when you otherwise wouldn't. Right back to Baron. TSM bot side, they will need to rush this, but Dignitas kills it so fast it might just be dead before they arrive.
Svenskeren's in. Can he save it?
Got it!
Svenskerin! Solo mission into the pit. Biofrost is there. Special and him shielding each other in the support wars.
Keen on
and
Bjergsen.
Bjergsen 1v1 almost. As Special and the rest of the team were getting bopped up. Haunter's going to try to do what he can to hold Dig back from finding any more TSM members.
Dignitas may be able to actually try to end. They're going to try to push up. Bjergsen got away. That is probably what just saved the game for them.
Oh, trying a little bit. Trying too hard, couldn't clear the distance. But they do have TSM backed out.
And Dignitas can run up mid and try to go for the inhibitor, but they are corralling themselves in, and they are committing themselves to a team fight. Bjergsen can raise a turret back here and have Dignitas sectioned off. So they have now fully committed to this. They must get the inhibitor and find a way out or win the fight.
Special gets hit first, not a terrible target. Oh my word, he gets absolutely obliterated. Keen's right out in the front. He's next. And Dignitas has just jumped into the ring with TSM and does not look like they're going to make it out alive. Someday going down now as the last, mainly because he's one of the tankiest. Bot lane pushing in. TSM is going to come out of this one with lanes to push already inside of Dignitas' base.
I think this is actually just the game, Riv. With that mini wave in the bot side, they could run straight down there. TSM is making their way down. The res timers are so long. Someday down for 50 seconds. This very likely is it for TSM.
Holding on the entire game. Dignitas having openings, finding the Baron, but then giving TSM the chance for that Baron, and now the Nexus turrets. 42 minutes in. 10-11. Hard fought from both sides, but it always seems like TSM grabs the macro game and controls it throughout the series. Game one going to TSM.
The shield, you absorb the Jin ult. That can make a pretty big difference.
And they do fire a little bit of AP into that composition. We get Keen on Echo this time. I was worried about the full AD, but Jace is already in the hands of Bjergsen. Don't have to worry about that too much. No talent coming in for Keen, although the possibility.
Yeah, it certainly is. We saw it a couple times in the LCK.
Yeah.
Last night, two mixed results, and Keen, he's going to be looking to split push on Echo. That is really where the champion shines. Although it's laning phase, you are going to be probably pretty disadvantaged early against that Jace. You can get poked out. It gets to a point where you're essentially just spamming all your mana, using your Qs to shove in the wave or try to at least take down that wave. Then you go for an early base, you TP back, and that is kind of how you stabilize in lane.
All right, we had a lot of focus towards the top lane last time in Zale. Renekton, Graves, kill pressure. Not a whole lot of lockdown kill pressure, but a Rumble Kazakh's always kind of scary to gank a Rumble. How do we see that action happening here in the early game this time?
Yeah, if you had an Elise on Dignitas' side, that's more something that you can look for the dive, look for the lockdown. Rumble is a champion that naturally pushes, so he exposes himself to those ganks, and we'll have to be very careful about that because Renekton has the stun, he has the dash to follow up. So Rumble is going to have to either A, be protected by Svenskeren through warding, so we know when Graves is around, or Svenskeren will have to be top lane looking for those counter ganks. So there certainly can be a lot of action on the top side. And unlike Shen, if Rumble falls very far behind, Renekton can dive him, he can smash in the split push. So expect a lot of tension up there.
All right, well, hashtag TSM win, hashtag dig win. We are getting onto the Rift for our second game of this series. TSM coming out with a nice comeback win in game 1. We'll see if Dignitas can shake that off, so they don't have anything to
get
caught up on. Shot forward, that could be against the wall, just misses. End of the line is only going to do a bit of damage as it comes back, and they should be able to lock down the kill. Ruthless Predator keeps him in range. Ruthless Predator locks him down, end of the line, right against the wall. Haunter could be locked up on this one. They leave it. Should be going down. A Q to come out here from Chaser. There's the kill on Chaser, though! Who didn't see that coming?
Dignitas is completely botching this early game in the top side, and now Someday is probably going to get taken out here. Equalizer is up, Sven is here. Someday is going
Cuts
to get
off the line. Slice and dice through. Is he just going to solo him? He does. Someday's forced back into the fight, into the frying pan, and Haunter cooks him up as they taunt each other with junglers on either side. Ooh, Keen takes it just out of his parallel convergence, but hops back in. That was
Here
pretty
comes Xpecial.
slick. I'm not sure it's going to keep him alive too long. He has to chrono break back. They do pull in Xpecial through the Abyssal Voyage. Nobody's with him, though. Just on their tail is Biofrost to lock this one down. Bjergsen turns to Chaser for help from Biofrost. Svenskeren up to Haunter.
Haunter's here with the
now
equalizer.
they're pinched once again. Chaser! Deathfire Touch takes him down, and they are going to be able to get Xpecial as well. 2 for TSM.
And now they want more on Someday. Braum will start the dive.
He just wants that minion wave. Concussive blows, locks him up, allows the team to put the damage down, and Haunter 4-1-1 with the majority of Dignitas' pressure in the early game. Here's the Jhin ultimate. We were looking for the follow-up. Can Keen make it? Getting taken down. A nice shot by Lod. No follow-up to come from this, but they do get a little bit off the back of that.
Xpecial looks thrown, but Keen in trouble here against Haunter.
Oh, he's still going for it. He's not overheat. He's right on the halfway point. Scrap Shield to be coming up. Can't deny the vision with Ward in the brush. It was only a matter of time.
It's going to be a lot stronger in that fight.
You know what's interesting? We haven't actually seen that as a strategy in a long time where you would have a swap of the lane. Actually, you got a fight coming in here onto Biofrost. Throws up the Unbreakable. Looks like he'll be fine.
No one to block the Jhin ult.
Taking the extra shots. Less squishy to get hit is Biofrost. As it were, the squishiest, or I should say the tankiest.
And off screen, Haunter just killed him, and he has an equalizer ready.
Right up the middle here if they want it. Lays it a little too close to the right side. Deathfire Touch with a potion on will not kill Chaser. And it looks like TSM's going to head down towards the Mountain Drake. Infernal Drake, sorry.
You need to cheat a little bit to the left there to try to get that kill. Oh my god, that damage from Bjergsen, but... Whew. You can see the chaos that the Jhin ultimate creates. Unfortunately, they didn't have everyone coming in at the same time on top of it. But you just watch the 4 TSM members all dancing back and forth. No one wants to block for anyone. They're all running for their lives. Moving around the backside, looking to set up for a dive.
Oh my
god.
Yep, took the words out of my mouth. They're under the turret now, but they actually have to worry about Dignitas just a scotch.
He still has the
but
equalizer,
not too much. They're going to go ahead and take this fight. One harpoon. About 10% of the HP on the side of Chaser. He can't really take too much more damage after that. Shock Blast as well would be the rest of their HP.
They're looking for the dive here on Haunter now, though. We'll see if he can defend. He has his equalizer. Can he make the play?
Well, here you go. Kenny's keep alive.
Oh my god, Chaser's gone!
One more time. It's going to take a 4v1. Haunter's still alive on the Zanyas. They're out and about. Dip, duck, dive, and dodge, and he almost takes out 2 before he goes down. 40 seconds on the clock for him.
Baron, and they cannot respond to this. This is just going to be a free TSM Baron as everyone is bot side for Dig.
Last shot, that was Biofrost eating it from the curtain call, so there's no more follow, no more damage. TSM gets Baron.
Dive or take the turret on this wave.
Nice Unbreakable. They wait. Here comes the curtain call. Chaser on the side. Collateral damage is in. This is a whole hell of a lot of damage to TSM. Can they answer back with slivers of health? Trying to limp away. Remember, they can still kite this out and fire back with shock blasts and arrows, and that's exactly what they're doing. Yo-yoing in and out with slivers of health here. Dignitas is going to do the same thing, but it's Chaser that gets cooked up. Sunday's next. Deathfire touch, and Leandri's burning him down as he's forced to head to the side and now back in his own base to the fountain.
Is under attack. The inhibitor may go down before he even gets there.
Some will say he'll get there someday. And he is in. He's right on the Biofrost. Goes for Svenskeren, who is on the back, but is not able to finalize or get Ruthless Predator on a target they can kill. Keen goes in, parallel into a Devour, but he also used his Chrono Break. Ultimates were being used mostly in defense here for Dignitas as they get pushed into their base. Lod gets hit by the piercing arrow, trying to stay alive. And it looks like he'll get out, limping to the fountain. Bjergsen shocking through and able to get another kill there on a Chaser. They're looking to clear this last minion wave and get on to the Nexus turret.
Yeah, that one Nexus turret already fell to the minions. Dignitas needs the desperation play here. They have to hold on.
Whoa, instant explosion onto Lod. Summoners were already used, so he was doing everything he could. The dance out from Haunter. 10, 3, and 1 as he goes out nice and shiny in gold.